Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Come on, set.
Down to about the 37. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
John, 17. Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Red, cycle. Black shot. Smack, red. Set.
On second down, Young. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Handoff now to Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd and 6. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Fury, yellow. Hey, blue. Drill, green.
Young to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give left side to Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, right?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check, smash. Ready?
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now here's Young. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Young to throw on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4, they got 8. And it results in a conversion on 4th down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Black Ultra. Red Cycle. Black Shot.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Let's go.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry. Black, red, steel, black. 6, leather, ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready, set.
Now 2nd and 5.
22 needle. Ready, ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Needle blue. Hut, hut.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Trouble, 38. Yellow, blue, plastic, 6. Beauty,
Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right. White. Red. Yellow. Blue stripe. Set.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Come on. Set.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready up.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
Hey.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Claws red. Green jack.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Let's go now.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Red, cycle.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. And it is caught. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Now Young.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Black shot. Ready.
Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Here we go. Set. On the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go.
This a 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
6. Madden. 6.
Young on 3rd down.
Loose inside the 30.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again here with Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
He'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards that time.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
okay if I show my age a little bit, partner? Because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there.
And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football.
Their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Second and 4.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a give up the middle.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Ready.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
10 cycles. Striker, 3 sets.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go red. Green jack. Let's go. Go set. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Young to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
On the set. 52 blaster. Shot 17. Set cut.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 1st and 10, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
To throw is Young. Off play action.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Juju Brents.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need...
And got his man complete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, hut. Blaster, 6. Ready?
Young on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Time not on on their side. They've got one timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10.
Drill green. White.
Young now. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Blue striker. Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd down.
Cause red. Green jack. Go pink. Black ultra. Hut.
Now Young. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Red cycle. Blue go. Black shot. Smash red. Hey, computer. Strike. Check strike. Ready.
Throwing, Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Steel black. Hey, blue. 6 mega. Edo blue. Ready.
Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Yellow, go. Set, hunt.
Now Young.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.